Hey y'all, this is Destiny with today's Daily Diamond. Hey family, as always, I would like to say welcome to anybody who is new and checking out my podcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We don't know where you've been, but welcome. We're glad to have you. And hey family, to those of you who have been with me before anybody asks anything or makes any assumptions, yes, I've lost my voice partially, but that does not mean that I am not going to record. I am still sick. And I've been pushing through this sickness. I've been pushing through and recording every day. And so I am going to continue forward. Before I do anything, we got to pay these bills. So first I have to give my shout out to Royal Crown Extensions, the only hair I wear. Make sure you check Sade out. She now is beginning to add wigs to her bundle collections. So not only is she offering bundles and closures in different textures, she's now also offering wigs in different textures. Make sure you check her out. I would also like to take this time in this moment to send prayers to Sade and the Royal Crown Extension family. Sade had surgery a few days ago, and so my thoughts and my prayers are with her and with her family as she recovers. And then, of course, we have Lisha, our up-and-coming braider and stylist. I really thought Lisha was laying low, y'all. Then I found out today she's doing hair, she's doing braids, and she's been booked and busy. So make sure you check Lisha out. Her and Sade, of course, will be in the description below this podcast. And then, we have Kisses by Shelly. Kisses by Shelly is currently under construction. She's got some new hot stuff coming your way, but glosses are still available. Make sure you check her out and let her know that Destiny sent you. If you want a gloss from me, make sure you reach out to me. I got you, I got you, I got you. And of course, we have my best friend Tiana Nate. She has her own YouTube channel. I believe she has 4 videos up as of now, and I've caught up. So make sure you guys tune in, tap in, like, subscribe, and comment. And then, of course, we have our new boss baby to the team. So I would like to say hey again and welcome again to Simply Susie's Creations. Simply Susie's Creation is offering distressed tees, sweaters. I know y'all teenagers that are listening, y'all like this distressed stuff. Make sure y'all hop on Simply Susie's Creations. She will definitely be in the description below, but we got distressed tees, we got distressed hoodies, distressed sweaters. Make sure that you check her out. And if you shop with any of the dolls, please let them know that Destiny sent you. I need all of the support. I need all of the love. They need all of the love and the support. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, on to today's topic. So today is going to be a little bit of a random conversation, y'all. So I'm going to need y'all to bear with me. Now, before I even get into a full-blown topic, I just kind of want to take some time to talk. And as you listen to me talk, I guarantee you're going to pick up on what today's topic is. So I want to take some time and talk about this concept or this thing that we experience in life called crossroads. I don't care what age you are or what stage you are in your life or what season you are in your life. We all get to a point in life in which we get to these crossroads. And when we get to these crossroads, we have to make decisions. We have to make some choices. We have to decide if we're going to go left or we're going to go right. And so that is kind of where I've been. I don't know if you guys can tell, and I hope that you can, but if you can, I don't even apologize because I'm a human being. But in the last week or so, I've been kind of all over the place. I've been all over the place because of some things at work. I've been all over the place because of some things with my son and his adjustment to school. And so I've tried my best to push through and record the podcast, even though I myself have been at a crossroads. And so I'm trying to use my place of frustration to share it with you all, and then put myself in a place of healing, in a place of thought, in a place of clarity, so that anybody else who's dealing with something and they're, dealing with a bunch of different problems at the same time, you too can begin to clear your mind and organize and clarify for yourself. And so when I talk about this concept of crossroads, I think that's just something that we experience in life. And when we get to a crossroads in life, quite often, that crossroad doesn't just exhibit, or it just doesn't show up in one aspect of our life. It'll show up in multiple aspects of our life. And then quite often, we're left to make a decision. And a lot of times when you're trying to make a decision and you're at a crossroad, it becomes extremely difficult to make that decision because you can't really tell if you should go left or if you should go right. You cannot really tell if you should do this or you should do that. And so we oftentimes find ourselves in a predicament in which we don't necessarily know the answer. And so My suggestion and my thought for those of you, when you're dealing with a crossroad or when you're at a crossroad, you have to literally surround yourself in prayer. You have to literally find a safe space and a quiet space and surround yourself in prayer and your thoughts. And when I say surround your preference, and when I say surround yourself in prayer, that's literally what I mean. And I don't mean prayer in a just a super religious format, because I know everybody is a different religion and has different beliefs, but pray in the way in which you see fit. Pray in the way in which not only you see fit, but in the way in which you get some peace or you get some clarity. And so when I say that, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit of a story. So yesterday, when we were dealing with some of the issues that have arisen, not only at home, but in my workplace, I had to take a moment to just go sit outside. And I literally took my dog outside, and then I sat outside. And I began to, just as I sat outside, kind of decompress and kind of just think and talk and pray out loud. And I wasn't necessarily looking for an answer. I wasn't necessarily looking for a resolution. I was simply trying to put myself in a place of peace. I was simply trying to find my way through this crossroads. And so that time for me, that opportunity, that thing was super, super important. And if you are someone who is facing a crossroad of your own, like, let's make some space for ourselves. Let's make some space for some prayer. Let's make some space for some quiet thought so that you can begin to get yourself and get your ideas and get your just all the parts and the pieces like in order. And I hope that when you guys are listening to me, like, did you understand that sometimes it's hard for me to share my story, but the only reason that I do so is because, like I've said before, I find this to be therapeutic for myself. And I find this to be my way of getting some solace, of getting some relief, of getting things off my chest. And in the midst of that, you guys happen to be listening. You guys happen to feel me. And so, as I had said both yesterday and today, and I was kind of at this crossroads, not only was I at a crossroads, but I was in the middle of reading Gucci Mane's autobiography. And then today I got close to the end. And so, I had students who wanted to read the book. And so I'm like, let me finish. And when you get to the last chapter of his autobiography, he starts to talk about all of the changes that he needed to make to be a better individual. He started to talk about the impact that he could have on others. And he started to talk about how he was himself figuratively at a crossroad. And when he was at that crossroad, he had to make a decision to be better or a decision to die, if you will. Not exact words, but verbatim. And so he began to talk about how he chose to do what was right. He chose to do what was better, not only for his benefit, but for the benefit of his wife, for the benefit of his business, for the benefit of his family, for his mother, for the benefit of those people who depended on him and who needed him. And so not only was I dealing with my own things, then I was reading this book, and then all of a sudden, all of these emotions and all of these thoughts kind of got wrapped together. And so when I began to think about a crossroads, I began to think about how I could make my own situation transparent, and then how could I deliver that stuff to those people who are listening to me? How could I have, or how could I suggest that you begin to think about the ways in which you need to address your own crossroads? You need to make the better decision and not the worst decision. And you need to consider all of the people that are involved in your situation and in your life, and how you can help them be better by the choices that you make. And so today, when you focus on you and you, think about how you can put yourself in a better predicament in a crossroad, how you can work to be a better version of yourself, so that when you get to this same kind of crossroads, be it mentally, be it physically, be it emotionally, be it financially, you can make the decision that leads you on the right path. And you can make that decision with a clear head and a clear heart. And so that crossroad is nothing but a monument or a quick moment in time that you were able to overcome, that you were able to triumph over, and you can move forward. And so before I leave you today, when you think about you and you focus on you, let's think about that crossroad that you're currently dealing with in life. How could you change that? How could you make it better? How could you put yourself in a better predicament today or tonight to be better, or in the morning whenever you listen to this, to be better or to make a better decision before you move forward? Sometimes you got to go back so you can go forward. You can't spend too much time looking back because you can't see what's in front of you. But sometimes you got to go back before moving forward. And this is my journey, and this is my story, and this is Destiny signing out with today's Daily Diamond. See you guys tomorrow.